Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a little bit of a story time. In my last video, I was talking about me being in school. I went to school to be a medical assistant at Brightwood, and I don't know if you guys know about that, but it's like a trade school where you can go and be in the medical field. You can do medical billing and coding, you can be an LVN, you can be a medical assistant, and you can go to like different sites to be an RN. And I went to school to be a medical assistant, and sorry, I'm a little sick. I've been having a really bad cough. I've been sick for like about 2 weeks, so sorry if I sound horrible. But I went to school to be a medical assistant, and one day we had people come in for an audit, and they came out to go to check the school, ask questions, and pretty much the program for medical assistant, it was pretty cool. We would have to go to like health essential like class first, and then you'd go into your color wheel, and then you'd start in the lab, and then you would do like your injections, and you would do your blood draws, and it was pretty fun. I had fun. I met a lot of nice people there. But anyways, going back to my story. So I was getting ready to go to externship, and it was a little difficult, like trying to pick somewhere, because I kept hearing rumors that there was no externs available, and the externship coordinator was gonna give me a bad place, and they would say if you're not there every day, then you would get a bad site. So so then we go and we try and pick out our site, like what are you interested in. So at first I didn't want to go through that whole mess, and so I told her, I was like, well, I know a chiropractor that I can work for. And so then after that, I wrote down that I was also interested in dermatology, because I'm always interested in like learning new things, interested in like how the skin works and what there is, how you can treat it, and all kinds of stuff like that. So then she calls me and she says, hey Tony, I want you to just interview for this dermatologist place. They're really nice. Students have came here before and stuff like that. And so I was like, okay, let me just give it a try. And so I went there, I did an interview, they really liked me. And then the next week I started there, and it was pretty cool. Like, I learned a lot of things. I saw surgeries, I saw the dermatologist taking out cysts, and I was like so into it. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not scared of any of this, and it doesn't make me sick. So so then I was just like, okay. And I was like trying my best, like, you know, to keep busy all the time, and everybody there was like really cool. So so then after that, I and like I'm almost done with my externship, and I only have like maybe like 40 more hours left. And this girl, she works in the call center, and she was in the LVN program, and she stops me in the hallway and she's like, hey, did you get the email from Brightwood? And I was like, no. And she was like, oh, what did she say? She was like, if you want, I'll send it to you, or try and check your email and see if you got it. And so I didn't get anything, and I was like, can you send it to me? And she was like, oh yeah, of course. And so I gave her my email, and it says that we're taking that they got their, that they didn't have the right credits for the accreditation board. And she was like, yeah, they're shutting down this week. And I was like, what's gonna happen with me? And so I called up my externship coordinator, and I was like, is it true that you guys are shutting down? I was like, what's gonna happen with me? And so she was like, I'm gonna try and see if you can transfer to Pima, which is another medical institute place. And I was like, see if you could transfer me. Like, I didn't go to school all this time just for nothing. Like, the heck? So after that, she was like, you can pick up your transcript and you can go to the meeting at Pima. And I was just like, so that's it? Like, just whatever, goodbye. And I was like, no, like, it's not gonna work that way. So when I went to go pick up my transcript from them, Brightwood, all of the financial, all of the administration, everybody, like, it was empty. Like, all the cubicles were empty. And I was just like, what the heck is going on? And so I see the externship coordinator, and I'm just like, hey, so if I could finish my hours, does that mean I can graduate? And she was like, yeah, if you can turn in your papers, and if you get the rest of your 100 hours, then yeah. And I was just like, okay, I'll see what I can do, and then I'll come back tomorrow. And so she was like, okay, see what you can do. So I let them know, and I was just like upset. I was like, I went to school for all this time. I have 2 daughters, and I spent all of these months working so hard, and I was on Dean's List almost every month. I was on President's List almost every month, and I was just like, I worked so hard for nothing. Like, this is so crazy to me. And I was like thinking in my head, like, so just one day somebody decides you're closed down. Like, I had so many questions in the back of my head, like this can't be true. Like, the heck? And so everybody was there picking up their transcripts. They were crying, and it was just a whole mess. And so I let my extern site know, and I was like, I did this all for nothing. And they're like, let me know what we can do. You can stay extra hours if you need to see if you could finish by Friday. So time goes by. They fill out my paperwork. They fill out my time sheets and everything, and I turn it in. And then later she tells my mom, the externship coordinator tells my mom, if anybody deserves to graduate, it's your daughter. And I was like, oh, that feels so good. And so everything goes by, and I get an email saying congratulations on your graduation. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I was so excited. And then after after that, like everybody that I was in school with, they weren't able to graduate, so now they have to start all over again. It's just a mess. I still feel so bad for those people. And I'm just like so blessed that I was able to graduate. I got my diploma in here, and I was part of a Dean's List. I have all these right here. And then I also have my diploma. And then after that, they're supposed to have like test prepping classes so you could be certified. And I was nervous because I was like, are they still gonna have these test prepping classes? And they're like, no, I'm sorry, we're closed down. They're shutting us all out and everything. And so I was like, okay, let me just go on some sites to try to see if I can pass this certification. And I was on YouTube trying to look to see like what's going to be on the test. I was and then I got on the NHA website. That's where you go to your certification to take the test. And so I was like telling my brother after I took the test. I was just like, oh, I'm so nervous, like I don't think I did good. And he's like, I'm pretty sure you did good. And so I was so nervous to even look at the results. There, I got an email the next day. It said your results are in, and I was just like, oh, like I'm so afraid to look. And then I was outside, and I was just like telling my brother, I was like, I don't think I passed, like I don't even want to look. And so he was just like, just look. And so I was just like, fine. And I barely passed. I got like you're supposed to have 390, and I barely passed. I was like, but I was so thankful that I did, because I got my certification. And that is the end of my story time. Thank you for watching.